Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Someone says something, right?
Lumos. Revelio.
One of them deserves more than a tea.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
If someone gets struck by a cursed broom, we do have it's you. Not sure he's in at the present moment, the headmaster.
Revelio.
Would be sure to tell him how very much you despise.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio. Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Leviosa! Revelio. Accio! Revelio. 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 I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio! Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about. Just one more gobstone. Revelio.
Wonder what could go in.
Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
I was going to try out for the Quidditch team this year.
Revelio.
Hello there, chat. Can you hear me? Okay, great. I think my mic is working. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. Revelio. Thank you so much, Slytherin Dragon. I really appreciate that. You have the coolest name, by the way. Thank you for joining the live stream.
Revelio.
How is everyone doing? What do you think about Hogwarts Legacy?
Revelio. Accio. That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her.
Revelio.
I hope you've had more luck than I did tracking down my
Hello, Zenobia. I've found all of your gobstones.
Really? I didn't think it was possible. However did you do it?
Common sense and basic magic.
Well, may I have my gobstones back?
Of course. They are yours after all.
Oh, how wonderful. I shall dedicate all of my future victories to you. Speaking of which, now that I have all my gobstones back, I wonder if anyone in the common room would be up for a game.
I'm sure they'd be willing to play after the trouble spent getting them back. It's a fine idea.
Isn't it? Oh, we'll have so much fun together laughing as all the losers get sprayed, which won't include me. Very well, off I go. Wish me luck.
One thing I wish they would add, or I hope they add in the next game, is an honor system. It would be cool to kind of choose to be nice or a little honorary, to be a Slytherin.
Revelio. Revelio.
you're welcome. Yeah, I totally agree, Slytherin Dragon. I'm super excited for the DLC. That's kind of why I'm exploring this again. I beat it on the PlayStation 5, but currently using a PC right now.
Revelio.
As you can see, we're starting herbology class, so I'm pretty early in this game. Sometimes I need to pause and just really appreciate the graphics. It is such a beautiful game.
How nice to see you, my young friend. Good morning, Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable,
Sebastian
shall we?
is my favorite as
First,
well. We're
let's
becoming
protect
best
our
friends in
ears.
this game. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Now,
Slytherin
everyone,
Dragon. I hope
grip
so
the
too.
mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. Quickly, take your mandrake in the new form and cut down the soil! The soil should
I also wish the
envelop the
classes
root like
were
a
a little bit
warm,
longer,
dirty
but these
blanket,
cutscenes are a lot
putting
of
the
fun.
mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started.
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
We have to talk to our bestie chat.
Did you know that you can use the mandrake to defend yourself?
Wrong one.
Why, the very idea. Serona at the Three Broomsticks always gives such good advice. Don't know how she remembers through the years.
I wonder if hippogriffs... Yes, Professor? Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting Dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement.
Oh wow, Slytherin
Nicholas
Dragon,
Fancy
that's
or
awesome.
roses?
It sounds like you have some swag. I like it.
Revelio.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Revelio. What should I be doing right now?
I'd like you to get some hands-on experience with the Chinese chomping cabbages. They're in the greenhouse, just across the footbridge. Mr. Pruitt will assist you with them.
We don't want
The
Mr.
edges
Pruitt,
mustn't
we
curl
want
and turn brown
Sebastian.
like that.
That's so epic, Slytherin Dragon. I love it. I'm a huge Gryffindor fan myself, so it's really cool to have a Slytherin in the chat.
Revelio. At it. A garden requires patience as much as water and sunlight.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping
But
cabbages.
when it comes to the movies,
Up these stairs will
Draco
take us there.
Malfoy is
But
my
your lead.
all-time favorite character, so I totally get it. And green is my favorite color, so Slytherin is an amazing choice.
Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good.
Revelio.
Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. Here we are. Home of the Chinese... See that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest. Look at that! They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little
I
bastards,
totally
aren't they?
agree.
My kind
It
of
was-
plants.
his
Not like
story is
stupid
really
booba tubers
sad.
and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight.
But that's why
Not
I
saying you
love
can't go
those
it alone,
stories and movies,
but-
and I'm so glad you
well,
joined the
imagine
chat.
that wasn't
This
a
was
dummy.
so fun. Thank you for joining.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Klopp.
I attended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students. I do.
Those mandrakes are really relishing.
Revelio.
Cost me my damned hearing.
To make anything grow, we must first understand.
There you are. The Crosswands duelist to beat.
Oh, that was well said, Slytherin Dragon. I love that. Absolutely right. Half-Blood Prince really did bring it all together.
I should think Professor Garlick would be more careful with her mandrakes.
I wonder if you learned it.
Revelio.
So currently, I'm just cruising along the main quest to unlock everything, and then I'm gonna start doing the side quest. So I'm not skipping that other side quest that you see. I just want to wait until I get my broom.
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the Ministry
Also
guarding the
waiting
school
to get
after the incident in
Little Morris spell
Hogsmeade?
unlocked,
Professor
which
Black
hopefully
would
comes
never
up
allow
pretty
that.
soon.
It would make him look completely incompetent.
Saw an aura badge on Professor Sharp's desk. I bet he knows more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
Potions is one of the most
Warner
challenging and
Brothers
hazardous
Avalanche
subjects
is
taught
such
at
an
this
incredible
school.
job.
As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Oh, you're a Game of Thrones fan. Oh, you're awesome, Slytherin Dragon. I hope you subscribe to the channel. We could totally be friends. I love Game of Thrones. But we can't compare like the two most evilest characters to Draco, because you're right, Draco, he didn't have a choice. He was kind of forced into it. His dad was the evil one.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Revelio.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. You remember me, don't you? Gareth Weasley.
Ah, yes. We met in the common room.
Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Keep your potion.
Revelio.
See that color, Miss McDowell?
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Oh yes, Slytherin Dragon, we don't talk about Season 8. I'm just kidding. No, it was terrible. I wish they would have just waited for George R. R. Martin to finish the story. I mean, we're all waiting for him at this point.
Revelio.
Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah! Get it! Oh! No! Dragon Dog! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
I brewed an Edurus potion, as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Professor.
You will not earn favor with me by failing to take responsibility for your actions. I suggest you heed my warning. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an
Revelio.
Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
That was an interesting class.
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. I appreciate your help. I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking about taking responsibility.
Professor Sharp was annoyed, but we sorted it out. No harm.
Cheers to that. He probably had a good chuckle after we left. Sharp may seem gruff, but I bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day. Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise, fewer explosions.
Episodes ever.
Sir Nicholas, our house ghost, is looking for you. You can find him near the Great Hall.
Revelio.
I'd hate Transfiguration if it wasn't for Weasley. She definitely takes the fear out of it, and that's saying something.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think we deserve like 10 seasons. Season 8 was too rushed. They should have gave us 2 more after, even if they had to write it themselves.
Depending on your mood.
Oh,
Revelio.
So I played this game on PlayStation 5, and it's really pretty, but wow, it is amazing on the PC.
Incendio. Incendio!
I find if I try to look attentive in potions, it seems to keep Sharp off my back. It works quite well unless he asks me a question, and then it's not really
House of Dragon is pretty good, but I don't think anything can top Game of Thrones.
Oh, somebody let me copy that. I heard some chat. Your apologies,
Revelio.
Oh, I know, that would be a fun thing they add if we could ride the unicorns, or just all the animals that are large enough to ride. That'd be so awesome.
Revelio.
I also wish we could change the design of our wands. Revelio. I also wish I could do magic like this guy's doing. I never even noticed that. There's not a Lady Phoenix? No way. I don't remember, but I'm only allowed to have one Phoenix in the entire game.
Off on another adventure,
So
are we?
remember, we get our room of requirement and then the vivarium room where we can breed our animals, so I'm only allowed one Phoenix?
Revelio.
I met one of my best friends of mine. Nothing attracts on like thinking you're all about to dance.
I like this part of the game where the students are interacting with each other. Like, it just makes the game feel more realistic. It's one of the things I really liked about Red Dead Redemption 2. Totally different game, but just how immersive the world was and how all the NPCs interacted with each other. It's really cool.
Someone
Revelio.
International Confederation of Wizards. I was looking forward to reading it.
I haven't slept well for ages. I miss my pillow from home. What? Nothing wrong with that.
I'd never risk leaving things in the dormitory without a muggle repelling charm. What? It's highly logical.
Slytherins are lucky they get to sleep next to the lake. Water is so soothing.
Not the best idea to start a study group with the boys from my dormitory. Now, we never get a break from each other.
I suppose one could smuggle a pet into the dormitory.
Slytherin Dragon, I totally agree.
Revelio.
Hey, it's me, Gareth. Do you have a
Were
moment?
you calling me Gareth?
I was. After you helped me with that Frupa feather and potions, I reckoned you might be just the person I need. You see, I have an idea for a fizzing Whizbee-inspired beverage, but I'm missing a key ingredient.
You and your concoctions. I don't know how you come up with these things.
It's a gift, truly. So, I suspect the key ingredient in fizzing Whizbees is dried billywig stings. I heard there's a store of them in Honeyduke's cellar. I'd get them myself, but my Aunt Matilda has her eye on me.
I also
Thinks I need
hope
to
they
focus on
tighten up the
potions
gear
class
system.
for a
Like,
while, not
it's
for my
a
own
little
brews.
overwhelming.
I was hoping
So
you
many
could follow a
costumes
secret
and so
passage to
many
Honeyduke's
things to
cellar
wear
and grab a
change
few
out.
dried billywig stings for me.
Sounds simple enough. And who wouldn't want to go to Honeyduke's?
Ah, brilliant. Thank you. The passage is hidden behind the statue of a one-eyed witch in the third floor corridor. Just tap it with your wand and say, Descendium.
Couldn't you have someone buy the dried billywig stings?
They're not for sale, and you never know when the cellar's going to be locked. So, the reliable way in and out is through the secret entrance.
Are you asking me to steal from a shop?
Goodness, it's not as if I'm asking you to rob
Truly,
Gringotts.
why couldn't we
Honeyduke's is more
save
than
Anne?
enough,
It just
and I
didn't
only need a
make any
few.
sense.
It's a sweets ingredient. They won't be missed. Trust me.
I'll see what I can do, Gareth.
Fair enough.
Definitely,
You
the
shall be
game
the
is
first
not
one to taste my
perfect
newest
at all.
brew if you can be of
tell
help.
it's
Perhaps I can
Avalanche's
convince
first
the meat
game,
to help me with my
but they did
potions
an
homework.
amazing job.
Get my aunt to loosen her reins a bit.
I do hope, though, they hear.
I'll need to get those
what
dried
fans
billywig
have
stings for
said
Gareth if he's
on
to finish his
YouTube,
latest
Steam,
concoction.
just everywhere, because there
A
are
one-eyed
few
witch
things that
statue
should
shouldn't be too
tightened
hard
up.
to find.
Yes, exactly. Like, start us from the very beginning, and then end it with like an epic bang.
You there? Yes, you. I wonder if you might come with me for a moment.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Yes, Sir Nicholas de Mimsy Porpington, at your service.
Nice to meet you, Sir Nicholas.
I know about the book you found and its missing pages. I may be able to help. Follow me, if you will. It's not too far.
Wait, how do you know about the book? And that it's missing pages?
Word gets around amongst the ghosts. You were spotted with Mr. Sallow in the restricted section. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me.
That would be really amazing.
This may be a
now that I'm
leap, but
thinking
I
about the
believe
full
I know who
7-year
ended up with those pages. I'd be happy to take you to him, if you'd be so kind as to perform a small favor for me along the way.
A small favor in exchange for getting those pages.
Yes, it's nothing really. I'd be grateful if you could simply go into the kitchen and procure a little rotten roast beef.
I beg your pardon? Roast beef? Rotten roast beef?
That is correct. Rotten roast beef. If one floats through it just right, one can almost taste it.
Ah, well, I suppose I can do that. But why me?
It's simple, my young friend. My ghostly form cannot carry us.
also wish they added more side quests to the classes, like specific classes. That would be a lot of fun. Like, I know Gryffindor has the headless
Now,
Nick,
if you'd be
and
so
in
kind as to collect the
Hufflepuff you
roast
can
beef,
go
I
to
shall
the
explain
Azkaban
everything else in
prison,
due
but
course.
I don't think Ravenclaw had anything, and I don't remember Slytherins. Do you remember Slytherins?
Ah, here we are. Tickle the pear and head on in.
Did you say tickle the pear?
Yes,
Revelio.
in the painting. I'll wait right here. Do try not to get in the way of the house elves. I'm already imagining the sweet aroma of rotten roast beef.
A student
same.
in the
Or
kitchen.
those flying.
What
I
could they
remember
want?
we have to do races, right?
Found themselves a bit peckish,
Yeah.
likely.
I'm not
You know
looking
how
forward to
hungry
those
growing
quests.
humans can get.
Revelio.
Certainly makes Rookie's job easier.
Here's a welcome treat. Delicious. It smells glorious in here. Here's some beef, but it's not rotten. I'd best keep looking. Ah, there's a disgusting smell. Oh, I must be getting close.
Oh, a student? What a treat! What can Finky get for you? A pumpkin pasty? Perhaps some Welsh rabbit?
Sounds lovely. But what I really need is this rotten roast beef.
Ah, Nick sent you, didn't he? Please help yourself. Finky supposes Nick's tired of loitering about simply to experience the faintest memory of the taste of food.
Thank you so much, Slytherin Dragon. I didn't realize that. I'm currently using the PlayStation 5 controller mic on a PC. I am upgrading that equipment soon, so I'll have the webcam, the mic, the whole thing. It'll just be easier to interact with subscribers and friends. Be a lot more fun. My question was, I remember the side quest of each class. Like, I know Gryffindor has the Headless Nick, and Hufflepuff you can go to the Azkaban prison, but I don't remember what Slytherin's side quest was for the specific class, and I don't remember if Ravenclaw had it. I was just asking if you remember if they did or not.
Is it all right for students to wander into the kitchens?
Well, since you asked, students aren't supposed to be in the kitchens, but Finky doesn't mind. There's nothing that lifts Finky's spirits more than the company of students. We so rarely get visitors, and we have plenty of treats. Come back anytime you please.
Are there any restrictions as to what you can make here?
Finky supposes not. However, Finky has had the best luck with the many recipes left by Helga Hufflepuff. Her quince pie has always been a favourite, but the newfangled Arbroath Smokies are becoming popular as well.
Do you and the other house elves conjure the food served in the Great Hall?
Goodness no! Not even house elves can conjure food out of thin air. Food is one of the 5 principal exceptions to Gamp's law of elemental transfiguration. We can, however, multiply it, transform it, and of course, prepare it. Then we send it straight up to the Great Hall.
It was nice to meet you. Thank you for the beef.
Happy to help, and to meet you as well. Please give Nick Finky's regards.
Oh, that's right. Thank you so much for that reminder. I was just thinking, you know, I should have started this game as a Slytherin. One, to be
Who knew all
closer
of
to
this was going on right
Sebastian,
beneath our feet?
and to do that quest. But it's okay. We're a Gryffindor on this walkthrough. It's fine.
Revelio.
Oh, chat, if I recall, I believe this is the door to get into the Hufflepuff class, but I unfortunately am a Gryffindor, so I can't get in there. I might be able to later in the game. I love the details they added in the kitchen. The house elves just getting into everything, and the food always looks delicious.
Revelio.
Ah, you're back. No trouble, I take it?
Not at all. Finky sends her regards, along with the rotten roast beef.
Ah, glad to hear it. Kind elf, Finky. Now, let's get that beef to Sir Patrick Delaney Podmore, and you'll be one step closer to finding those pages.
This is all rather cryptic, Sir Nicholas. What's going on?
Terribly sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Sir Patrick organizes the Headless Hunt, a group of headless ghosts who gather for various, headless activities.
Headless activities?
Yes, you'll see. Anyway, I don't know how, but a member of that hunt, Richard Jackdaw, had the pages when he was alive. My plan is to take the rotten roast beef to Sir Patrick so that he'll allow me, us, to engage with the hunt and speak to Jackdaw. Shall we?
Is the Headless Hunt dangerous?
Oh, the Headless Hunt wouldn't hurt a fly, let alone a student. Just a group of fun-loving headless ghosts.
That is so funny. I totally agree. The Hufflepuff yellow is way too bright. I prefer the gold and red. I think it's just awesome, but Slytherin is, I mean, green and black. That's the best.
What am I supposed to do when we meet the hunt?
Allow me to do the talking. They can be a rather supercilious lot. I'm certain they'll be welcoming to you, however, in no small part due to the rotten roast beef you will come bearing.
I will say though, in this game, the Ravenclaw common room is gorgeous. Like, they put a lot of detail, and I think it's because the class is so boring.
I thought the rotten roast beef was for you.
It is, in a way. You see, I've been trying to gain access to the hunt for quite some time. Offering the beef to Patrick may help me in that regard, while of course also helping you.
Very well. I'd like to meet Sir Patrick myself and see this headless hunt.
Ah, wonderful. You won't regret it.
Super fun chatting with you, Slytherin Dragon. Thank you so much for joining the live stream, like, truly.
Do stay behind me. It's Sir Patrick we want.
Oi, Nesta, look who's here. What have we told you, nearly headless Nick?
Hello, Sir Amzette. Do let us pass. We brought a little something for Sir Patrick.
Probably come to try to beg his way in again.
Do they always talk to you like that?
Ah, all in good fun. Once Sir Patrick lets me join the Headless Hunt, I'll be right there with them. This offering is sure to win him over.
Don't forget why I'm here, sir.
Rest assured, you'll have your information from a young jackdaw in no time. Wherever he may be.
What I'd give for a flagon of mead or a nice leg of lamb right about now. Then this party would be complete.
How about the next best thing, Sir Patrick?
Ah, Sir Nicholas. And a student. Who let you in?
We brought you a gift.
This is all very suspicious. What do you really want? As if I need to ask.
It's Richard Jackdaw. Where can we find him? May we speak to him?
Jackdaw, eh? Why, here he is now. What a shame. Without his head. I bet you've always wondered what that's like, eh, Nick?
Sir, you jest.
It's bound to be around here somewhere. Probably being used in a game. If you find it, I give you my permission to speak with him, my young mortal. It's the least I can do for you for bringing this putrescent gift home.
Sir, there's another matter I wish to discuss with you, if I may.
Tut, tut, Sir Nicholas. How many times do I have to tell you? Our entry requirements are quite clear.
But, sir,
we aren't the Headless except for a little bit of tendon hunt, after all. Now, please, follow me, and I shall help you find your way out.
Farewell, my young friend. Perhaps your luck with these chaps will be better than mine.
I completely agree. When I first started this game a year ago or 2
I'd say
years ago,
he's
when
in
it
over
first
his
came out,
head this
I
time.
started my playthrough as a Ravenclaw, and an hour in, I changed my character because I couldn't. It was the class, like where the common room is really cool, but other than that, like the characters, your classmates, I mean, yeah, I agree. It's so boring.
Revelio.
It sounds like someone is dying near me. We should go find out what's going on. Oh, nice try. I totally forgot about these treasure maps. These are really cool.
A map. Doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now. Revelio.
How do ghosts with their heads while away?
Revelio.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Yeah, Sebastian's always the first choice. That's so funny. I just noticed where that was coming from. I thought like maybe there was a quest and I missed it, but it's just that guy throwing his head around. It's so funny. Hey Anthony Jones, welcome to the chat. Thank you so much for joining.
Level-headed as I am now.
Revelio.
How do ghosts with their heads while away the afternoon?
Who will be next to play our little game of hide-and-seek amongst the pumpkins?
Hello again. Can you help me?
Ah, Sir Nicholas's young friend. Has he abandoned you?
Not at all. I need to speak to Richard Jackdaw. Sir Patrick said his head might be around here somewhere.
Indeed it might be. It is a bit unorthodox to include a mortal, but if you do wish to speak with him... Oh, why not? You can speak with Jackdaw if you can find his head amongst these pumpkins. Not just once, but 5 times. Good old Dumfrey will move the head to a different spot each time you find it. Those are the rules. What say you?
How did you happen to become a member of the Headless Hunt?
I was executed alongside some fellow mutineers. We didn't like the way things were being run in our county, so we took matters into our own hands. Treason is such a strong word, but that's what we were found guilty of. Things would have turned out much better if they'd let me be in charge.
Please could you explain the rules again?
Find his head amongst the pumpkins 5 times. Use your wand. I cannot be more specific than that.
Why are you using Jackdaw's head for this game?
Well, if you must know, Jackdaw's our newest member, so we like to put him through his paces.
If that's what I need to do to speak to Jackdaw, I'll do it.
Marvellous! Of course, a mortal holding a wand has an advantage over us ghosts. You can simply blast away to your heart's content. Remember, the game's not over until you find him 5 times.
They have something
Begin!
about them.
Cast away until you find him.
Where can I find Jackdaw's head?
You'll have to play our game. Find him amongst the pumpkins 5 times and he's all yours. Those are the rules. What say you?
If that's what I need to do to speak to Jackdaw, I'll do it.
Marvellous! Of course, a mortal holding a wand has an advantage over us ghosts. You can simply blast away to your heart's content. Remember, the game's not over until you find him 5 times.
Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing. So Slytherin still gets this question, just have to do it a little differently.
And then I will be the one to clean the
Covered already? Looks like we need to find another pumpkin to hide, eh, Jackdaw?
Whatever you say, Dumfrey. This is not my finest moment.
I've never seen it played like that.
Who would have thought the mortal would be so good at this? You've almost got him.
I could do that too if I had a wand and a body.
So you found him. This ain't over yet.
Oh, what fun! A stick is playing!
Good job, I suppose. We're not through with you.
And then I would be the one to clean up this mess.
The ghost said I should blast away to my heart's content.
Played like this.
You make this look easier than it's supposed to be.
Oh, what fun! A student is playing. I've never seen it played like this.
I shouldn't have played like that. How dare Oh, fun! A student is sweating!
Well done. Of course, having a wand served you well. Still, I believe congratulations are in order.
Not too bad for a mortal. Now, say what you need to say to old Jackdaw here, hmm? You've earned it.
Nicely done. But what's going on? You're not a member of the Headless Hunt.
No, I'm not. Sir Nicholas said you might know the location of some pages I'm looking for.
Merlin's beard. I know precisely the ones you mean. I pinched them from Peeves. How could I forget? The map on those pages led me to my demise. I was not ready for what awaited me in that cave. The pages are likely still mouldering away with my, remains. Quite a final adventure, I must confess.
The pages are why you lost your head. And I must visit a cave and search for your corpse.
Yes. You'd think a decapitated ghost would get used to the word corpse. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you where to go.
That, like, blonde hair.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He has a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles,
I am also
suits of armor.
of those
Whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. I found them after he ran riot through the library. Doubt he even noticed they were gone.
Did someone in the cave cut off your head?
I was having a look around when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, when you visit, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
What will I find in the cave?
Aside from my mortal remains, if I remember correctly, some treasures, a magical bridge. But what kind of an adventure would it be if I spoiled the surprises for you?
That is actually a fun fact, and I think I remember reading it in the books, but it's something I didn't really pay attention to, and it is kind of a big deal. Like, he is very smart. Hermione was, I mean, she was extremely smart.
I need those pages, so I suppose I'd better meet you.
I bet our friend
Thank you.
Sebastian
Not to worry.
is too.
I'll just need to be reunited with my body first, but Dumfries can handle that. See you at the forest's edge.
Thank you so much for joining the live stream chat. Hope you're enjoying all of this fun content. Like, there's some really good stuff going on in the chat. Slytherin Dragon is putting some awesome facts about the game and the Harry Potter's, like, franchise. So it's just really cool and fun to... I love it. It's really fun to read and... That totally made sense because I was looking at him and I'm like, they look a lot alike. Like, they could be brothers or twins.
Revelio.
The designers at Avalanche, they did an incredible job with our characters. I do hope in the next one I have a little bit more, like, customizations I can do for my character. But other than this, like, I think they did great. Even with the NPCs, they look awesome. Oh, absolutely, Slytherin Dragon, anytime. Huge supporter of the Harry Potter community, and yeah, we love the franchise. The Lego Harry Potter is probably one of my favorites, so you'll see a lot of that on my channel. I don't, but I'm going to actually get one because you're the third person to ask me this.
This place has seen better days.
When I get a Discord account, which will be very soon, I'll update my... and I'll add my username. I will also add that to the next live stream.
Here I am, as good as my word.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see you. Just like a Gryffindor to brave the Forbidden Forest in pursuit of adventure.
Well said. Now, where do we go from here?
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise. Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say Intramuros. I think it's Latin. Or Greek. As you can imagine, I never paid much attention in school. Shall we?
Aside from the bird bath, anything else I should look for?
Indeed. A few landmarks, a stone bridge, a waterfall, and, if I recall, a lake. You'll see.
You've been very helpful. Thank you.
Oh, very good. That's awesome. Thank you, Slytherin Dragon. Yeah, I'm definitely going to set that up then. I love to meet like more Harry Potter fans and just...
Surprising how much of this is, rather unfortunately, coming back to me. Yes. You know, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering. Probably best I leave you to it. Simply stick to the path and keep a sharp eye out for that bird bath. Adieu.
Revelio.
Is that Latin?
Lumos.
Or Greek?
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Nothing to do now but keep going. The waterfall. For a thief, Jackdaw's surprisingly as good as his word.
Revelio.
Thank you so much for this sub, and I really appreciate all of that information you gave me. That is amazing because I am trying to grow my YouTube channel, but also just meet like-minded folks who can just talk about fun stuff. So that's really cool. I'm like really looking forward to that. Thank you so much.
Something oddly solemn about this place. Such regal creatures, stags.
Oh, that was the Patronus Easter egg. I love this part. This is so pretty. This is a cool little scene that they added.
just as Jackdaw described. Intramuros.
Oh, Trump away, Slytherin Dragon. No complaints over here. The whole Travis loves Harry Potter.
Aren't you a little far from home?
Renrock knew you'd eventually lead us to whatever it is you're hiding. But it was pitiful. Are you quite finished?
I will make you.
Incendio! No risk those loyalists will report back to Ranrock now. Let's see where Jackdaw has led me.
Oh, I knew that Jackdaw was up to something when he left us in the Forbidden Forest alone.
I wonder how big this place is. Revelio. Where this all leads.
One thing I wish the game would have left out though was so many Merlin trials.
Someone didn't want casual visitors down here.
A little bit. Oh, and the treasures in the cave, they should have all been legendaries. That's just my opinion. I mean, we'll see what the DLC and the Hogwarts Legacy 2 gives us, but those are a couple things I do hope they change.
I wonder if any of my spells will help me through this.
Incendio!
Here, Lumos. Levioso. I'm not going to touch those. Ugh.
Okay, when you put it that way, you have a point. I do love the exploration. I think that part is super fun.
If I could summon that platform to me, I could likely get on it. Incendio! Lumos. Not a headless skeleton in sight, but I may as well help myself to this. I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be?
It really is a spider simulating, like, fighting game. I just thought about that. Honestly, most of the enemies are what, spiders and goblins? That's so funny. Oh, I can't wait until we unlock our room of refinement.
Another puzzle. Well, if Jackdaw can solve this, so can I.
Dragon, if you don't mind me asking, have you read the Harry Potter book series, and which one is your favorite?
That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no sign of him. It's a good thing Jackdaw didn't fall down there. Untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave.
I don't love destroying here, but I also want to see what's in the chest. So I'm going to destroy a couple low-level items. Most of the time, though, I would sell this. Oh, same Thestrals. I believe I got the limited edition, so I think I get the one of the DLC. It looks like a dragon. I can't think of the name. excited to unlock that. Hopefully soon. I think it unlocks after the autumn cutscene. Goblet of Fire is actually one of my all-time favorite movies, but that is an amazing book as well. Great choice. I think mine will have to be The Prisoner of Azkaban, just because, weirdly enough, it was the first Harry Potter book I was introduced and what got me hooked to the series. It was weird, like I started on the 4th one, but after that it was game over, and now I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. It's pretty real.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio.
Well, I appreciate everything you're sharing, Slytherin Dragon. It's making a really fun conversation, and the chat is lively, so I really appreciate it. Thank you. And I admire consistency.
Revelio.
Not a headless skeleton in sight, but I may as well help myself to this. I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be? Oh, there it is. The bridge. It's almost complete. More spiders. These can't be what beheaded Richard Jackdaw. Stupefy! Incendio!
Oh, I can't wait till I get better battle spells.
Stupefy!
spiders have multiplied since Jackdaw came this way.
Revelio.
Untouched chest. Bill wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave.
I'm having a great time as well. Thank you so much. So do you still do streaming?
I must be getting closer to Jackdaw's remains. And those pages. We meet again, Richard Jackdaw. Thank you for keeping these pages safe all these years. Here it is. The map that brought your doom, Jackdaw. Is there something beyond this room?
Incendio. Leviosa. Tego. Stupefy. Incendio. Stupefy.
Expelliarmus looks to some new groups.
Leviosa. Incendio.
Hello, welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much for joining.
Incendio. Incendio.
That was kind of a close one because I was
That's
messing
unnerving.
around with the
What's
phone.
happening?
I was trying something new.
Revelio.
Wow, that's incredible. Awesome. I love to see those numbers. I'm excited though that I do have quite a few viewers and I'm excited that you're in the chat. So thank you so much. That is goals, though. That is really incredible. Did you have, or do you have like a webcam? Did that get you more viewers, or does it matter? And honestly, I'm not just trying to get views. I like the interaction and the chatting and talking about like what the game is or whatever the topic is. It's fun.
Revelio.
I've seen this before. In Gringotts and the restricted section. Where am I? Oh no. The room's starting to flood. How am I being protected? What sort of magic is this?
The fun magical secrets in this game, I love this. Like, this is so cool, and they put a lot of detail into it.
I can only hope this magic protects me until I'm able to make my way out of here. What is this place?
Can it be?
It's a fun process, though. I had like 20 the other day when I was streaming Wukong. Well, it wasn't the other day, it was a week ago. And it was a little overwhelming because everyone was in the chat. But it was also a lot of fun because it was just, everyone was giving like helpful pointers or just talking about the game, talking about what they don't like or what they do like. And that was a lot of fun. Okay, that's really good too, Slytherin Dragon. That is the goal. I'm updating the equipment because I think that would be easier also, just to kind of engage with everyone and they can put a face to the voice.
It's you.
Has someone finally found our map chamber?
I recognize you from the Pensives. You're Professor Rackham.
I am indeed. I must confess that I am surprised to see someone so young standing before me.
I'm the same age that you and Isadora Morganach were when you started at Hogwarts.
You've paid attention, and might I presume you share our ability?
To see traces of ancient magic? Yes, sir, I do.
As you have likely realized by now, our ability gives us a unique relationship with all forms of magic. We can access expressions of magic that few others can. Opportunities will arise that allow you to sharpen this rare talent. Do not squander them.
I won't, Professor. Thank you.
We have much to discuss. But first, a map found in a certain book led you here. Place the book on the pedestal.
I don't have the book with me, sir.
That is unfortunate. I'm afraid we must pause our conversation until you return with the book.
The statues and carvings in the house on the cliffside, those are of you. Are you a seer?
I am.
Did you know that I would be here?
I cannot say more at present, except to say that your presence here does not entirely surprise me.
I'm a bit confused, sir. Why is this room called the map chamber?
I assure you that all will be clear once the book has been placed on the pedestal.
Very well. I'll retrieve the book right away.
Good. We shall speak again once the book is in place.
Thank you for that helpful tip as well. I haven't ran into any spam bots, but I know they're out there and I don't want to run into that. Or if I do, you know, it's like an easy boot. I will gladly nominate anyone who would like to be a monitor when the chat needs one. I think right now we're pretty good, but if it gets a little crazy later, probably with the webcam. No, I'm just kidding.
Revelio. I found the pages and the map chamber. Why would I need the book?
Well, I really appreciate all the advice you're giving me. This is good stuff.
You
Thank
can't
you.
imagine how Revelio.
I'm back at Hogwarts. I wonder when Professor Fig will be back. I did promise him I wouldn't neglect my studies while he was away. Suppose I have enough to distract myself with till he returns with the book. Revelio. Lumos.
Revelio.
For pushing objects
Lumos.
away. Complete the required tasks and meet me in my classroom.
I'm sorry.
Revelio. Lumos.
Thank you for that helpful tip as well. I'll make sure the monitor is someone who I know who regularly joins the live stream and who talks.
Revelio.
And is polite. Like, I totally understand what you're saying. Okay, totally random, but I thought that little fly to unlock the cabinet was over by this dragon, but I don't see it, so it might be behind one of the locked doors. I might have to wait till Aloamora.
Revelio. Lumos.
Revelio.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
And that totally makes sense. It is like one of the worst side quests because these little Dedelian keys are so tricky. And I think mine glitched out. I'm gonna have to double check that, but he's supposed to be by the dragon, I thought. Yes, absolutely. I would, when I get to that point, I will nominate someone who regularly joins that. That makes sense. And that will be super helpful. Thank you so much for all the tips and tricks. I'm hoping like going further along, like live streaming will be a lot smoother and a lot more engaging. But I'm loving tonight's live stream. This is a lot of fun. Like this red color, but some of these handles are really cool. I wish we could redo our wand anytime we wanted, but maybe that will be something they add. Oh, you're right. I need to go insert the token first and then it will lock all of them. Thank you so much for those helpful tips and tricks. It's been a long time since I've played this game, so it helps, like the little refreshers. Oh, thank you so much for your kind words, Slytherin Dragon. I'm having a blast too. This is really fun and super helpful. I did want to go to our common room real quick before we start the flying quest, so just give me 2 seconds. I've got to remember where... Sorry, it took me a while to find the Gryffindor common room. I think I've only been there once, but we got it. Oh my goodness, no way, I did not know that. Thank you. Did you have to restart your game or did you just finish it?
This must be... Seems I'll need to find more house tokens if I'm to open this. Quite a few by the look of it.
Alright chat, we are on our way to flying class to get our broom, and I believe after that we should be hitting autumn, opening up the map. I know I need to get a little more and then we can really open up everything in the castle and that'll be a lot of fun.
What are you up to now?
Everybody grab a broom.
And we shall get started. Mr. Clockton, your attention, please.
Sorry, Madam Kagawa.
Everyone, please welcome a new student to our flying class.
Welcome.
Hello. The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely, as broom flight is, first and foremost, a means of transportation. This, I fear, some of you have forgotten. Diving, rolling, and loop-the-loops will not be taught or in fact tolerated in this class. We'll leave that to professional Quidditch players, like the Toyohashi Tengu. Not a fan, I take it? Now, let's see how well everyone kept up with their practice over the summer holidays. For those who need a refresher, step up to your broom, say up firmly and clearly, then kick your leg over and rest your weight on the seat. Up! Thank you. Now, your turn.
Up!
Up!
Up, you stupid ratty school broom!
Up! One leg over, so there's a leg on each side. None of that side saddle nonsense. A gust of wind will throw you right off.
Miss out on too much. That's good. Thank you so much for that helpful advice.
And if you hear my whistle while you're in flight,
so many times,
ground yourself at once.
They would have included Quidditch, and I hope it would be a fun surprise
Good.
in the DLC.
Now, for your first lesson, fly through each ring in the courtyard. Do take care. The brooms are school
Wish I had
property.
my own broom.
I want them returned in one piece.
This is brilliant.
Good grip. Well done. Now that you're acclimatized to your broom, let's see how well you manage with a more advanced exercise, shall we? This next set of rings will take you around the grounds for more of a challenge.
What a view!
Hello! Nice day for a flight!
Ah, the old boathouse. Wish you could have experienced crossing the lake as a first year.
I hope we do get to experience crossing the lake as a first year in the next game.
too bad.
Whoa, our aquatic resident likes to make an appearance once in a while.
Made it. Did anyone else see that? Brilliant.
Oh, well done! Have a moment? I say, I watched you fly through those rings. You seem to handle yourself on that dusty school broom well enough. I'd imagine you're ready for something a bit more challenging. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We haven't properly met. I'm Everett Clopton. Am I right in suspecting that a Gryffindor like you might be interested in a high-flying adventure?
That would be amazing.
Can't say no to that. What did you have in mind?
A bit of a detour, so to speak. Follow me. The tour is about to begin. Follow closely now. Right now, we're flying over the Transfiguration Courtyard. Lovely as ever. Let's hope the headmaster isn't having tea by the window today. Nice to get above it all, isn't it? Ahead of the gardens, the Hufflepuff common room windows just peek out. Bit claustrophobic for my taste.
How is Everett flying so quickly?
Here's something handy to know. Lean forward for a burst of speed. Helpful if you need to escape a tricky situation.
Now that's more like it.
You sure you're not part hippogriff? There's the famous bridge. Think of all the magic holding it up. I mean, look at it. And the owlery. That's a bit of solid architecture, isn't it?
Flying tips and a jaunt around Hogwarts. This is quite the tour, Everett.
That's Kagawa's whistle. This concludes our tour. Let's hurry back. Looks like she's already dismissed class. Better hurry and hand in our brooms. Dismount here.
And where have you two been?
Oh, hello, Professor. We were trying to get a bit of extra practice in.
Hefty points will be taken from each of you for not following my instructions. Mr. Clopton, I am disappointed in you. You're in this class because you're still not showing yourself, or frankly, your broom the proper respect.
But, Professor...
Enough. Class is finished for the day. As for you, you do well to use better judgment in the future. Chin up. That was some rather good flying.
Sorry about that business with Kagawa, but you have to admit, those views were worth it.
Yes, as for story and the DLC, I really hope they continue with Sebastian and give us closure with Anne.
It was worth losing a few house points for that detour.
You seem at home on a broom. Bet if you had a fancy model, you could fly laps around Imelda. She's Kagawa's favorite. I could show her a thing or two if I had my own broom. Hate having to return the school broom after class.
Perhaps I'll have to purchase a broom then.
If you can, you should. Wish I could. I recommend visiting Albie Weeks at Spintwitches in Hogsmeade. He's always looking to test new models. I'll keep an eye out for you in the sky.
I kind of forgot about the main quest because I thought Sebastian and Anne's quest were the main. And then I remembered the game kind of turned those two into a side quest, but it takes over, and it resonated.
I've not
with
forgotten
a lot
about
of
our
people.
library venture. How did you fare? If you're keen for some illicit spell practice, meet me outside the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. I know a discreet place near there.
Good day to you. I require assistance with a delivery and thought you might be interested. Please visit me at J. Pippin's Potions if you'd like to earn a few coins.
I do like, madam.
If I could afford the new Bright Spot...
Floor corridor as soon as you can. I have an idea for somewhere you can focus on your studies, away from prying eyes and distractions.
Revelio.
Oh yeah, we need to go meet up with Sebastian for sure. Wait, I didn't send Sebastian to Azkaban in the first game, so if I send him, we will all go? In the first game, I learned the dark arts magic because I think those spells are a lot of fun.
Revelio.
Hogwarts has a
Well, I for one am relieved Quidditch is cancelled.
You're only saying that.
Lumos. Revelio.
Not another one fawning all over Ivy.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Excellent. Revelio. Brilliant.
Well, that's a really good point because that's true. So, honestly, you shouldn't send him to Azkaban, and you should learn those spells because they will help you in battle. Oh yeah, our golden trio has done plenty of things.
Revelio. Lumos.
I understand Sebastian because he's using it to help his sister.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
The only thing I do wish Hogwarts Legacy had, and I know I've mentioned it before, is the honor system. Because it would be cool to choose, like, if you want to be a good student or a quote-unquote bad student.
Sebastian, it's been a while.
It has. Glad you received my owl. I have something to show you.
First, let me thank you for what you did in the library.
Of course. Scribner tried to give me detention, but I have ways out of these things.
Well, you took the fall for me, and that counts for something.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I did, but something was missing. I'm not sure here is the best place to discuss it.
Understood. We can talk more in a moment, in the Undercroft. Not even the professors know about this place.
Yes, I totally agree. Those
This way.
unforgivable spells are amazing and super helpful.
There's a secret passage just here.
It's well disguised.
Yes, any opportunity you can go to the Undercroft with Sebastian, you should go.
How did you find this place?
My friend, Ominous Gaunt. He named it the Undercroft. We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister, Anne. She loved that infernal game. What I wouldn't give to lose to her again. I should tell you, I swore to Ominous I would safeguard this place. So please, keep this between us. He never confides in anyone. But he's trusted me since the day we met. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. We used to sneak in here almost daily. We've never been caught.
I think I've seen Ominous in potions. Or was it herbology? I've noticed that he uses his wand to navigate the castle.
He does. No idea how, though. Ominous was born blind, and no spell could reverse it. His wand seems almost sentient. Not surprising, I suppose. Ollivander always says, the wand chooses the wizard.
Is that how he found this place?
No, someone in his family knew about it. The Gaunts are full of secrets. I've never heard anyone else speak of it, and I've certainly never seen anyone else here. Again, mention this to no one, especially Ominous. He has no love lost for his family or their secrets, but this place is special to him.
Understood. But why does Ominous have no love lost for his family?
His father's family are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Obsessed with blood status, most of them. Ominous cannot abide them, as he'll be the first to tell you. Anyway, the Undercroft has been a perfect place to sneak off to, away from prying eyes, and even practice otherwise forbidden spells.
Really? Like what?
Like the blasting curse. Professors say it's not an appropriate spell to teach students.
A proper magical education ought to include all magic.
My thoughts exactly. A spell like Confringo is only truly dangerous in untrained hands. Such spells should be properly taught, not banned. To be fair, I'm admittedly partial to more fiery forms of magic. But you should learn it. I can teach it to you safely here.
Yes, like the room
It
of
may take a while
requirement,
to
that
get the
would be
feel for it.
amazing.
Mimic my wand movement. The incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
You're getting it. Ready to actually try it out? Stick to the target. Best to keep the Undercroft intact. Have a go at those candelabras. Both have their uses, but I think you'll find that a Confringo cast travels a bit farther than that of a spell like Incendio.
Revelio. Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Nice work. How's it feel?
It's a tad hot.
That's it!
I think I've got it.
Well done.
I have to say, I enjoyed that.
The first time Ominous and I practiced Confringo, we singed our eyebrows.
I would have paid to see that.
I swore we'd never live it down. To this day, there's something about that spell that's addictive.
Exactly. His leaders and his mentors are failing him because they're not listening to him. And if they did, it would totally be different for Sebastian because he has good intentions and a good heart.
The blast does heat things up. I see how you lost your eyebrows.
You'll get used to it. Anne, Ominous and I used to practice down here for hours. The Undercroft was our retreat. Haven't been here in some time. It's not the same without Anne.
I'm sorry about your sister. If there's anything I can do...
Perhaps when I next head to Feldcroft, you could come along. Meet Anne. She could use some cheering up.
Just let me know when, and I'll meet you.
Oh, she misses Hogwarts. She's been stuck at home with our guardian, Uncle Solomon. Unfortunately, you'll have to meet him too. Well, meeting a new student will be precisely what she needs.
I shall look forward to it.
Cheers. By the way, what was it you couldn't discuss out in the hall earlier?
I'm not sure where to start.
You said something was missing from what you found in the library. I assume it's to do with what you told me. About the port key, and Gringotts, and Ranrock.
Nothing gets past you. And yes, it is. As I'm sure you suspect, there is a bit more to all of this.
I'm listening.
Very true.
You must promise to keep this between us.
I trusted you with knowledge of the secret undercroft. You can trust me.
All right. I can see traces of
Sebastian
ancient
is definitely
magic.
one of my
Ancient
favorite
magic?
game characters.
I don't know what I was expecting to say, but it wasn't that. What does that even mean?
Honestly, I'm not entirely certain.
Even with all this
All I
stuff
know
he
is
has
that I
going
can
on,
see
he still
whispers
makes the
of an
time to
old
help
magic
us
that
with
hardly
our
anyone
stuff.
else can. Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic's power.
Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic?
That's what we're trying to find out.
And this ability of yours, does it allow you to wield this magic too?
I don't know.
Well, when you do know, tell me. I've been studying archaic forms of magic for ages. Perhaps we can help each other. In the meantime, with both Rookwood and Ranrock after you, I suspect a bit more time practicing the blasting curse is in order. Spend as much time here as you'd like. And remember, keep this place between us. When I head to Feldcroft, I'll send you an owl.
Yeah, so I agree with you. It would be really great if Ominous was down here as well. I know he comes a little later, and we can all practice our spells together. Like, that would be cool if they made a little room of requirement, but for dueling and practicing your spells. Exactly. I love what you're saying, Slytherin Dragon. That is so true. Child services or some sort of therapy that they can talk to. There's gotta be a witch or wizard therapist out there for these little students.
Revelio.
So for this playthrough chat, we are going to be friends with Sebastian, learn all the unforgivable curses.
Hello,
and
Sebastian.
Not send him to Azkaban.
Wait. You there? I can hear you.
Oh, hello. Ominous, isn't it? I believe we have potions together. And herbology?
I recognize that voice. Heard you talking to Gareth Weasley in potions class. You're the new 5th year. Did you just come from the Undercroft? How did you get in there?
That room's called the Undercroft. Ah, well, I was exploring and suddenly found myself in a strange passageway.
Don't lie to me. No one stumbles upon that room. Sebastian told you, didn't he? You breathe a word about this place to anyone, and not even your precious Professor Fig will be able to help you. My father is friends with the headmaster. I am not afraid to exploit that connection if I need to.
Trust me, Ominous. I won't say a word. And Sebastian is a good friend. You shouldn't immediately assume the worst of him.
I don't need you to tell me about my oldest friend. Thank you very much.
Ominous, I just meant...
I know what you meant. Sebastian gets himself in enough trouble. He doesn't need your help. Sebastian is going to get an earful about this.
Ominous's character too. I know he's looking out for Sebastian, and I really appreciate that about him. I wish he would be more helpful, but I know he's just looking out for his friend.
Revelio.
Slytherin Dragon, it has been an absolute blast chatting with you. Thank you so much for keeping the chat alive and for all the helpful tips and tricks. I'm I'm gonna end the live stream here, but I will be back tomorrow to finish up these side quests and continue on. We have a lot of side quests, so I'm gonna get those knocked out, and then we're gonna continue on to the Room of Requirement quest, but we're gonna do that tomorrow. No, that's so true, and Anne's life would be so much more better if there was. I wish a teacher or a mentor would have paid more attention to that, because their story is really sad. But I hope in the DLC we get some closure with Anne. Thank you so much again for joining the live stream. Thank you so much for the subscription, and again for this awesome chat. It was a lot of fun. Had a blast tonight. Yeah, I had a blast. It was so much fun, and I look forward to tomorrow. I agree. We're going to talk more about Solomon, and we're going to get back to this, because this is really good conversation and really digging deep into Hogwarts Legacy, the story and our characters. Have a wonderful day or evening wherever you're from. And I look forward to the next one. Have a wonderful day or evening, chat. Thank you again, Slither and Dragon. Have a great one.